we go back to the call of Jesus, Matthew 25, I think, which sort of says, when did we see you hungry, Lord? When did we see you struggling? When did we see you ill? When did we see you in rags? And we take that call very personally. And, COVID will not stop us from fulfilling that part of the gospel.
Talking to Alan Eaton from the Food for You Foodbank in Sutton, Coldfield, a food bank that provides hot and cold food in the normal stream of things. But Alan, I think that COVID virus has created quite a few problems for you.
Yes, Nick. It came as quite a shock to us when we were told that we suddenly had to go into lockdown, and we spent quite a few days agonizing on what we were going to do. First of all, we had to work out how best to serve people, and whereas people used to come in and gather as a group and socialize, talk to each other, talk to the volunteers about their issues and problems, we had to revert to a one-in, one-out system. So people have to wait outside and then come into the foyer part of the church. They still get to talk to the volunteers. They still get a bit of social contact, but it's much more limited.
Did you have trouble with supply?
Yes. For the first couple of weeks, we were running on empty is probably the best expression. It was literally hand to shelf to mouth. There was very little coming in and quite a bit going out, so our stocks diminished very rapidly. We couldn't obtain supermarket deliveries, and we used to receive one or sometimes two a week. They stopped. As you say, some of our regular donors weren't able to go out themselves to shop for supplies. So it was all a bit fraught for a couple of 3 weeks, and we were fortunate that the town hall in Sutton Coldfield had to close as a venue, but they decided to enter into the spirit of things, and they opened a food donation point. And so people who were able to could donate food there. Also, we found that some of our regular donors, other local churches, some local community groups, and some very generous individuals, instead of donating food, started to donate money. And that has been very, very helpful in sustaining our own food supplies. So we have had the resources to go out and buy as we needed to buy.
Oh, that's very good. But has the demand gone down or increased during COVID?
We did think that it might actually go down because people just were not prepared to come out. But that's not been the case. And in simple terms, our demand has increased by about 50%. But then in addition, a number of our regular food bank users have got serious underlying health problems and really needed to be shielding and taking good care of themselves. So for those people, we actually deliver to their homes.
Can you just tell me how people have responded, what it means to them that you're keeping open?
Well, it's a little bit embarrassing sometimes, to be honest, Nick, how much, I mean, in one sense, we are making people stand in line outside a church door. They come in, we say hi, we have a quick chat, we give them a bag of food, and then when they turn around to you and say, "This means everything to me, I don't know what I would do without you," it really is quite embarrassing and humbling.
Church services have been suspended, obviously because of COVID. Why the huge effort to keep going with this?
I think it's a way that the church could seem to be still open and active and serving the community. So we're not allowed to meet for worship. We weren't allowed then to meet for private prayer, but we were allowed to prepare food and deliver it, and we were allowed to keep our food bank going. So that's what we decided to do, to demonstrate that the church is alive and that Jesus' mission is alive in Sutton Coldfield, even during these times.